many walk these roads lately. What brings you to Deepwoods? A traveller, eh? Then welcome to Deepwoods. Pilgrims like you came from all over Valenwood to pray at the shrine of the Green Lady before. Not many lately, though. You haven't heard about the kidnapping? Werewolves took the Green Lady's own sister, Larnwain. And then there's the Houndsman. Go see Trethane Nilara. We could use all the help we can get. Head up to the village, please. What with all the werewolves and Larnwain taken, we're a bit overwhelmed. Trethane Nilara's praying in the middle of the village at the Green Lady's shrine. She wanted to search for Larnwain, but we're not strong enough to face a pack of werewolves or houndsmen. Gwaring was born and raised in Deepwoods. She's our current Green Lady. Several were born here. The Green Lady represents our physical nature, just as the Sylvanar represents our spirituality. The Sylvanar is our spiritual leader, and can be either male or female. Each generation brings with it a new Sylvanar and Green Lady. Once they marry, the Bosmer's feral and spiritual sides unite, bringing us balance. They're bondsmen of the Hound, a mortal agent for the Daedric Prince Hircine. We've seen quite a few of them lately, up near Hircine's shrine.
The Daedra opened a portal at Moonhenge, and some hero collapsed it single-handedly.
Why would I ever leave Deepwoods? I mean, aside from the fear of getting eaten by wolves.
As I've already told the others, we must look for Lonwayn soon, or there's no hope of finding her. Who will tell the Green Lady her sister's gone then? Who? Pray, Zifre. This means a lot to me. Lonwayn hasn't returned from her hunt. When she goes out, she normally returns the following morning with her kill, but we haven't seen or heard from her in days. Lonwayn's husband, Haron, had it out with Oreneth and Ungiris. I prayed more would help find Lonwayn, but we've seen both werewolves and houndsmen near. Lonwayn usually hunts near the Southern Falls. That's where Haron said they'd start to search. If she encountered a foe, she might have loosed her entire quiver defending herself. I'd keep an eye out for arrows and follow any signs of struggle. Thank you. It would be a shame if we were to lose two of the Green Lady's relatives to the Houndsman in one shot. Ifra guide you in your search. Haron is a powerful fighter, but there are werewolves and houndsmen out there. I asked him to wait for reinforcements, but he left immediately with his apprentice, Ungiris. Oreneth is Lonwayn's cousin, but she's no warrior herself. They serve the Hound, a servant of Hircine. If the rumors are true, and they kidnapped Lonwayn, I don't know why. She's sister to our sacred Green Lady. Whatever their cause, it cannot be good. We don't know. Everyone's so upset. They've gone a bit mad seeing things that can't be true. One of the villagers said she saw Kirithor, but he's dead. Lost to a pack of wolves when his parents were attacked. We never did find his body. You there. Are the houndsmen gone? Shh, they'll hear you. I think so. The werewolves attacked as we followed this trail. One of the beasts knocked my blade out of my hand and nearly took off my head before I fled. I hope Haron got away. We found her backpack and a few personal items at the falls, but nothing more. And then, the werewolves ambushed us along the trail. It connects to an old path leading to Hircine's shrine, but I haven't been that way in ages. It makes sense the houndsmen might set up camp there. I saw a few more arrows and corpses along the path, so maybe Lonwyn held her own. Good luck. May Ifra guide you.
Come no closer until you stated your business. Ah, good. Werewolves attacked us. I wounded a few of the beasts and got away, but not before they tore into Angiras. I hoped these houndsmen might hold clues, but nothing. Have you seen Orineth? Is she safe? Praise Ifra! I told her this search might prove dangerous, but she wouldn't hear me. She and Lonwyn are cousins, and blood runs deep. No, these shafts are Lonwyn's handiwork. Only she and the Green Lady could weave such sweet death with her bow. I've seen too many of her arrows. She might have used the last on these three fools. The houndsmen have come and gone from the campsite near the old shrine to Hircine. If you'll search the camp, I'll do my best to track the patrols. One or the other will lead us to Lonwyn. There's a small alcove nearby, an old hermit's den. I'll wait for you there. Barndar be with you, friend. The patrols led me in circles. It was a complete waste of time. Have you found anything? This bow goes everywhere with Lonwyn. She wouldn't give it up willingly. It was an engagement gift from her father. There's only one cave nearby which might serve to hide her. It's not far. Kirathor must die for what he's done. To kidnap the Green Lady's sister, my wife. The fool condemned himself by his actions. Let's go to the cave and end this. Good. I hope Lonwyn is unharmed. Lonwyn, my love, thank the gods you're alive.
Thank you for helping Haran find me.
We need to get back to Deepwoods before the cave fills with werewolves or houndsmen. She says she's all right. We should get moving. Lonwyn's been through enough battles to know her limits. Lead on. We'll be right behind you.
Just get us home. Home at last. I can't thank you enough for saving us. Haran and I need to rest now. Please tell Trite and Nalara we're home safely. Stop by to see us before you leave town, and thank you. Ifra bless you.
You've returned? Does this mean Lonwyn is safe? Joyous news. The Green Lady must hear of this. I sent a Jackspur scout to her when Oreneth returned, and now we must send another with this report. You've done us a service, and have our deepest gratitude.
Like I've been at this forever.
We'll never be able to thank you enough. You've done us all a service rescuing Lonwyn. Would you like to hear more about her sister, the Green Lady? I wanted to give you a short tour of our holy sites. Deepwoods is home to the last two Green Ladies, and some say the first as well. Pilgrims often visit our village to pay homage to the Shrine of the Green Lady. It's the most sacred site in Deepwoods, and the reason the first villagers chose this site. Come with me. I'll show you the shrine and tell you more of our history. Here we are. The very embodiment of the Green Lady can be seen in this ancient tree. Yes, some say this is the grave of the first Green Lady, lost to time before the Green Pact. Others believe the tree is the first Green Lady herself. All agree this place is sacred and a blessed site of Ifre. Hard to say. While a Green Lady is terrifically hard to kill, she is mortal. A powerful blow from a Daedra, perhaps. More likely she died of old age. Or perhaps her Sylvanar was killed. Yes, so it was with Fenariel, who was Green Lady before this one. Once the Green Lady and Sylvanar are wed, their bond is inescapable. If one dies, the other must follow suit. The Falls, where the current Green Lady Gwaring risked her life to save a friend. I can reveal a bit of the story with a blessing Spinner Aldor taught me. It's a little dangerous with the werewolves and houndsmen about, but they're no match for you. Here we are. This is where the current Green Lady saved her friend as a young girl. Shall I start the blessing? Ifrit, confer your blessing upon this place, that we might behold the bravery of the Green Lady. Illusions. The blessing reveals a spiritual imprint left at this place. Ifrit has blessed us with this memory to show us the spirit of true courage and self-sacrifice. Gwaring and Hawthorne, her constant companion, often played here as children. One day a starved pack of Sench tigers came along and circled the pair. Hawthorne suffered with fear, but Gwaring stood fast. Gwaring picked up a bone and growled like a tiger herself. Then she gave them what for until they surrendered. I came along just as they ran off. Hawthorne was quite embarrassed of his inaction, but remained proud of Gwaring. Let's go to the archery range. It's just up the hill. Watch out for those werewolves. There are so many of them. I hope the Green Lady sends us help to disperse them. This range brings back memories. Everyone from the village learned how to use a bow in this very place. Ifrit, confer your blessings upon this place, that we might behold the skill of the Green Lady. Yes, as a child, Gwaring practiced archery here with her friend Hawthorne and sister Lonwyn. She outstripped them from the very first day. That's when her Aunt Fenoriel, the previous Green Lady, saw her potential. To be the next Green Lady, of course. Her next feat all but confirmed it. Hawthorne thought he'd showed her. He'd been having lessons for a year or so before she and Lonwyn came along. Gwaring's first arrow split his in two. Her second the same. She never missed. Ever. Angry, not he. When he saw her skill, he'd forgot he'd meant to show off and instead gloated about her prowess as if he'd taught her himself. He was always proud of her and loved her. He grew up and learned the hard way that one doesn't always get what one wants, or is promised. They'd been betrothed, but when she was chosen as the Green Lady, Hawthorne was forced to step aside. The Green Lady always weds the Sylvanar. To love someone so strongly, only for them to be taken away is a hard thing for any mer to learn. He left Deep Woods to seek his fortune elsewhere. In any case, we should continue our tour. Let's return to the village. That's where Gwaring's greatest moment took place. There's an area near the shrine where our people gathered to watch. Here we are, back where we began. Isn't it amazing how often we travel to distant places, only to end up right where we started? Ifrit, confer your blessing upon this place, that we might behold the glory of the Green Lady. The Green Lady is the personification of the feral side of our people. Here you see part of the scene when Gwaring was revealed by Ifrit. Yes. Once her Sylvanar died on Kanathi's roost, Fenariel vanished. The priests and spinners searched for any sign. When they could not find her, they came to Deepwoods to pray for guidance at the Green Lady's shrine. As the priests and spinners prayed, Gwaring came to the shrine to join them. When she touched the shrine to offer her prayers, the tree began to glow, and she rose into the air, revealed as the Blessed Green Lady before the assembled faithful. Indeed, her glory was revealed, and all Gwering's experiences and talents must have been ordained by Ifrit to prepare her for this ascension. The Green Lady represents our feral flesh, while the Sylvanar is the spiritual. Both are chosen by Ifrit for the common good of our people. Their union is sacred, and we are all made stronger for it. I'm always happy to share our stories. It's the least I could do to thank you for saving me from those werewolves. We're proud of our history in Deepwoods.
One day, I'll find a way to repay you for helping me rescue Lonwyn. You're a true friend. We won't forget this.
Thank you for helping Haran find me. Famished. Haven't had anything to eat since they tied me up. The houndsmen will pay for this. Once I've gotten my strength back, that is. I don't think they know Gwering, the Green Lady, is my sister. They were looking for easy prey. Ha! I put up quite a fight. Nothing was easy for them. The mantle of the Green Lady passes from generation to generation, but not usually from one family member to another. Our aunt was the previous Green Lady, so it's quite exciting Gwering's been chosen this time.
Come on over. These elves won't loot themselves. Don't worry. I didn't kill them all. Plenty more up in the ruins if you're interested in lending a hand. Seems these sea vipers want the sphere for themselves. We use the sphere of storms to control the weather and defend our shores. Crushed a few of the sea vipers' ships before they managed to land. Now we're waiting on reinforcements. Hope they get here in time to do some good. Dead or hiding. Doesn't matter. I need to stop the sea vipers from breaching the ruins until the Thalmor reinforcements arrive. They have a sky key in their camp. It'll let them walk right into the ruins, unless you get it first. Interested? Search the tents around the ruins. Let's meet at the ruins entry, straight back from the stone steps. It's an Ayleid ruin. The Storm Wardens use it as a sanctuary for the Sphere of Storms. Might I say this isn't the best time to be chatting away. The sea vipers aren't going to wait on us before getting to the sphere. Me? I'm just a soldier. I keep the area secure for the Storm Wardens. Usually. I left for a bit and came back to see the sea vipers tramping over the ruins. Been a while since I've had some exercise. I arranged my warmest welcome for our invaders. They're Bosmer who've sworn to protect the sphere. Some say they learned how to use the sphere from the Ayleids themselves. They use the sphere to defend the coast, tend the forest, stuff like that. Sort of like monks who control lightning. Some magic Ayleid device. The entire ruin was built around focusing its power. Does a good number with controlling the weather, in the right hands. The Storm Wardens use it and protect the sphere, and have for centuries. Over here. Behind the roots and corpses. Lucky shot from one of those sea vipers. Looks like I'll have to postpone those dancing lessons. Did you find the sky key? At least someone else has had some luck. Take the key inside and find the storm wardens. With this last sky key in their possession, they'll be as safe as torchbugs in amber. Ah, this little gut wound. I've had worse. Once an enraged Horvor. But really, this isn't the time for stories. We'll swap adventures when you come back, eh? Sea vipers. So get ready for some action. The storm wardens probably sealed themselves off by now. It's going to be a real puzzle to get in there. It's the first line of defense for the storm wardens. Look for the constellation tiles. Activate the tower, shadow, lover, and thief tiles in that order. If you forget, I'm sure you can figure it out by looking around the ruins. I can't be sure, but I suspect Pyrrhus is behind this. He was a storm warden, but left in a huff about a week ago. I think he was upset about how the others were using the sphere. Rather, how they weren't using it.
I apologize about the mess. Normally we keep this place quite clean. The sea vipers insist on bleeding all over our floors. Awfully rude behavior for guests.
We've held the sea vipers back so far, and we'll carpet the floor in dead Malma before we let them pass. If you wish to help us protect the sphere, speak to Kernion. I'd welcome another sword to the cause. My apologies, stranger, but make sure to stay out of the line of fire. I can't let Danir and Tharel get too far ahead of me in their count before we run out of invaders to kill.
You don't look like one of those tree-cutter sea vipers. I'll assume that means you can be trusted. Is Mariel safe? Is help coming? At last, some good news. Zen willing, Fierce will pay for his treachery. But we have more pressing concerns at the moment. The enemy is at our gate, and knocking most vigorously. Once we called him Storm Warden. Now he's nothing more than a petulant child. He demanded we use the sphere for selfish purposes. He even spoke of turning against the Thalmor. We refused and cast him out, but before he gave away his sky key. The sphere is waning. If it isn't recharged soon, our defenses will fall. We have a source of power available in the Storm Atronachs. Their thunderstones should be enough to maintain the sphere. We'll be in your debt if you could obtain some. Through the door and down the hall. They gather throughout the ruins when the sphere is active. Once you have the thunderstones, look for 2 receptacles in the Great Hall. That's where we drain power into the Sphere of Storms. Run. We'll use the extra power to seal these ruins completely. If you don't get out quickly, you'll be stuck with us until the invasion is over. Tell Marielle we'll send for her when the doors reopen.
I'm not even supposed to be here yet. I'm just an apprentice. I only arrived last week. Storm Wardens swear to die for duty. I just didn't expect to do it so soon.
Don't worry about me. A lucky hit from one of the Sea Viper archers. He suffered far worse in the exchange. I'll be up in a few minutes. Just need to catch my breath.
Another fool going to an early grave. You dare address me, insolent dog? Those who call themselves Storm Wardens are hardly fit for the title. They can barely control the storms, much less dispatch intruders from our sacred grounds. Such an impertinent question. I suppose there's nothing for it. I am Master of Elias, and once the Storm Wardens. Without me, this place is a shadow of its former glory. Invaders would have never crossed this threshold under my command. Help? If you're lucky, I won't kill them myself. They've severely taxed the sphere so much, I was forced to wake. And now I am forced to defend what they cannot. You dare raise your voice, slave? But you speak the truth. That is how history will remember me if I do nothing. I can't lend my sword, but I'll shield you from others who've awoken. May the storm see you unbroken. For a savage, you show promise. Just a bit, mind you. Perhaps one more act will earn you my respect. The traitor Pyrrhus, he must die. I will not suffer betrayal in my order. Insubordination deserves death. Letting the enemy into our fortress has called the fury of the storm.
I take orders from this... Oh. Die with the...
Seems you're worth something after all. Perhaps once the wards are unsealed, they'll consider you a Storm Warden recruit. Why, the ones your fellows are sealing, now that the sphere has sufficient power. Pyrrhus is dead, so they can close all escapes without worry. You, on the other hand, should worry about your own escape. If you go up the stairs, an army awaits. Dangerous. But it'd be entertaining to see you fight your way through the Sea Vipers. There's another way, if you're interested. Only for a friend of the Storm Wardens. There's a hidden sally port beneath a stone table just around the corner. Give it a good shove, and you'll find yourself outside the lower level. It's the last exit to seal, but don't dally, or let those Marmor cretins see you.
I won't take this line
Magdi
down.
was once a great Sench tamer, but now I have no Sench. There is nothing left.
Those Regatta brigands think they can take anything they want? Oh, well, we'll show them how wrong they are. As soon as Magdi finds his spine again. Gods, I wish she wasn't the only one left. Just your run-of-the-mill pirate infestation. The Steel Shrikes, they call themselves. We made landfall for our show, and they attacked. Can you believe it? And now most of my boys are missing. Those Shrikes don't eat elves, do they? Heard him screaming near the forge. Think it was the monkey, but could have been the bearded lady. Look, if you're heading in, we could use help. I'd hate to have to leave all my performers behind. Have you dealt with the Steel Shrikes before? They're a nasty bunch of Redguards from Covenant lands. All about war, conquest, and glory, and the rest of that rubbish. A complete nuisance on a good day. But today's looking worse and worse. You're looking at the Dancing Scrib, greatest acting troupe this side of elsewhere. At least we were, until we got a bit broken up. Oh, you'll just have to help us to find out, won't you?
You're not another one of those ruffians, are you? Don't you dare lay a hand on me, or you'll get a good wallop!
You're no Steel Shrike. At least you don't look it. Did you get caught in their raid too?
Looks like everyone's mostly in one piece. Only one we're missing is Sal, of course. I bet he's hiding in one of those buildings. We've got to move before the Shrikes regroup and attack. Maybe we'll go with Venando's plan after all. Sal's a master escapist, with the proper theater. What's more theatrical than a little smoke and flame? Venando wants to smoke out any Shrikes barricade in these buildings. Maybe he just wants to set the whole place ablaze. Either works. No, but it's all I've got right now. And I think you can manage Venando's enthusiasm. Take this oil. You'll need it to make the smoke. If Sal's nearby, he'll know we've come for him and he can make a dramatic entrance. Then the dancing scrib performers sail into the sunset aboard our ship. It wouldn't be the first time we've had to take an unscheduled bow. Come see us off at the docks after you burn down the town. Watch that torch. I don't want to see our friend here with any new burn marks. You hear me, Venando?
I love setting things on fire.
For Daggerfall.
What's the meaning of this, Colonel?
Sal? Where
Cut
are you?
Down where you stand.
I love setting things on fire.
If the others were unharmed, maybe there is hope for my sweet Zainori.
I don't know why we're still here. Elendora's the boss, so we wait on her orders. I could use a strong drink right about now.
Doesn't look like we'll be using our old ship. Those brigands founded her. I hope you cut a few of those shrikes down while you were looking for Sal. Lucky for him, we know where Salgair is now. Seems all that smoke got his attention and he started screaming his head off. What's less clear is how to reach him. Take a look across the water. Salgair's up on that outcropping, about a stone's throw from here. Problem is, the whole place is crawling with steel shrikes. You're the only one who stands a chance of getting him out of there.
Sin! Oriel! I beg for mercy! I repent! You're not one of those steel shrikes, are you? Can you understand me? Oh, sweet Ella. I knew she wouldn't forget about me. Get me out of these binds, quickly. If I know her, she'll be halfway to the next village before I catch up. What? That ship was our home! All of our props and supplies are in the shrike's hands now. It'll be tough going for a while, no doubt about that. I suppose the shrikes thought it funny to truss up a master of escape. Seems I'll have to practice with the rope a bit more. We can't just let them get away with this. Luckily for everyone, I have a plan. Getting us back on the road, of course. A performer always lands on his feet. Well, usually. First act will require our cinch. I saw those ruffians tormenting the poor thing on the beach. If you free him, I'm almost positive he won't maul you. Well, he's been tied up a while. I'm sure you'll be fine. Mostly. We'll show those brigands what it means to toy with a dancing scrib. Their ship will soon be ours.
High Rock and Hammerfell.
Pride of the line.
Pour out! Wait! No!
For Daggerfall.
Not a moment too soon. Snehild's charms claim another fool. I don't know how she does it. Well, now that you're here, we can get on to the next part of Sal's plan. Simple. You get into the Shrike camp and find the key to their ship's hold. I've even got a volunteer to give you a disguise. Meet us at the edge of the dock. Sal's got another harebrained plan to sneak us all aboard. Don't forget your disguise. Get what you need from this one and find that key. Look for the captain's tent, the biggest one in there.
No man can resist my charms. It's good to know I've still got it.
Sal's got the heart of a cinch, and possibly the brains of one. It's a long shot, but I'm willing to see his plan through.
Where have you gone, bastard of seven? You can't hide forever.
Well, we've had a bit of luck. Cumberland was sniffing around and found some of our props. If we can get the rest back, we won't have to skip our next show. Seems the Shrikes shoved them into random crates in the warehouse. Cumberland can sniff them all out. You've met him. He's our monkey. Easy. Give him a cue and he'll do the rest. Just let him take the lead. We'll hide ourselves on the ship and leave the hold unlocked for you. You both meet us aboard later. This'll be easier than I thought. pirates know something's up. Won't be long before they start looking for us. I think the captain's on the other side of the ship. If we can take her out, the rest will probably give up. I hope. I've got them all tucked away, waiting for my signal. You got those supplies from the warehouse, right? I think I can use them right about now. Excellent. All right, this'll do wonderfully. You go on ahead, and I'll see if I can get our Zynot Ree to show his face.
Zynot Ree didn't like how the Regada treated him, but at least he's in one piece. Thank you for saving him. I don't know what I'd do without him.
I found some new dresses amongst the Regada's possessions. Hope some of them fit me.
Don't get yourself killed now.
We'll open up the portals from here and let the rest jump ship. No use keeping extra passengers. Quite a ride we've had. I thank our stars that you came along to help. We've got some preparations to make. Maybe we'll toss a few barrels of kindle pitch into the camp before we set off. A parting gift of sorts. I'm sure we'll run into each other again. Maybe even when we have a show to perform. I heard South Point's been quiet lately. Maybe we'll drop in and liven things up a bit. Next show's free for you, though. We'll remember your face, don't worry.
The moors outside of... Careful in there. Droblog orcs aren't known for their diplomacy.
hammer fell.
You! Stay down and keep quiet. You'll reveal my position. Sorry, I'm Glenir, Senior Proctor. I tracked the Crimson Raiders here to their hideout. They're bandits, just a domestic concern, but lately they've been hindering the Dominion war effort. They attacked a dozen ships this month. Indeed. I need their rudder. They're sneaking ships through our waters. With that rudder, we'll know their routes, and intercepting them will be a matter of procedure. There is, however, a small army of bandits in there. Feel like lending a hand? We'll do this together then. You fight them head on, I'll strike from the shadows. Seems you know your way around the battlefield, friend. We could win the war tomorrow if we had a dozen the likes of you. Can I assume you took the rutter off their hands? Excellent. Looks like it's coded. Let's see. Imperium Light, take them! These fiends aren't a random band of Colovian slavers. They're Imperial military! We've got to do something about this. According to this, not only is an Imperial captain here, but so is an envoy from the Worm Cult. I can't let such essential targets just walk away. Whoever finds them first gets to take them out.
We wouldn't want the Tharns to think you were rude to their guests.
Everyone gets a knife in the face. It's been years since I spilled blood in the field. Ah, the memories. Good work! With this, I can convince my superiors of the Imperial threat. The Dominion needs more soldiers like you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an ambush to plan.
sides!
We all need roots.
Move to flank!
To the side!
Our next job better bring a lot of gold.
You there! Over here! I prayed to the Eight that more help would arrive. And here you are.
I'm Paris. My ship was boarded by bandits calling themselves Crimson Raiders. They captured me and the crew, brought us here, told us we were slaves. I was lucky. Rescued by a man named Glania. Told me to run. But I've not seen anyone else. Yes, 3 of my friends are in there. Probably still shackled and helpless. I think you're the only chance they've got.
Hello. How about a helping hand? Seem to have gotten myself into some trouble. Not for the first time. I never should have let Paris navigate.
By the Divines, have you come to help? Please tell me you'll free me. Bless you! Find my friends if you can, if they're still here.
I need your help. These blithering idiots are talking about selling us off into slavery. Thank you. So Peros is alive? We told that idiot not to steer us into Crimson Raider territory.
You did it! You've returned my crewmates! My friends. You've done more than many would do. More than many would be capable of. I think my friends and I will need to recuperate before setting out to sea again. Proctor, are you still heading to Velen Harbor? Indeed I am. You can accompany me if you wish. The same goes for the rest of you. You lot are lucky we rescued you, if I do say so myself. There's no telling what the Imperials would have done to you otherwise. Mercy is in short supply on both sides of this war.
What? I thought it was bandits that captured us.
They disguised themselves as Crimson Raiders out at sea, but the bastards we fought against to free you were professionals. Military-grade Muskarsers.
I've never heard a High Elf talk like you do.
I'll take that as a compliment. Follow me, and I'll ensure we all get back to safety. If you're up for a day-long walk.
Confound it. Paris, I hope you're happy. Told you it was a mistake to go through Crimson Raider waters.
It was the shortest route, Philineth. We were saving days of travel.
You could have gotten us all killed, or worse.
Oh, please. This is the most interesting month we've had in years. You're all scholars. Be open to new experiences.
Paris, when you sleep tonight, I'm going to drown you.
Need I remind you that I'm the one who saved your lives?
This is why no one likes you, Peros.
You'll all feel better tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning you'll be dead.
We'd better get going. You lot can murder your friend on the way to Velen Harbor.
Back already? How are the other Storm Wardens? I can hardly wait to give those sea vipers a good thrashing. Well, they'll be stuck in there for Ifra knows how long. At least the sphere's safe from the sea vipers. The Storm Wardens won't forget your help. May the storm travel before you, as they say.
You've done well. Now that the sphere is safe, we can mop up what remains of these dungy sea vipers. At Dalmor, thank you for your assistance.